Good morning, Kindle Kids, and welcome to your Monday, March 22nd, and today is World Water Day. It's both a national day and an international day, and it's all about, you can guess exactly what I'm going to say, water. Because water is just one of those pesky things we kind of need to survive, It's a little bit important to us, because without it, we're in a little bit of trouble. But, there are some questions about what it is, where it comes from for, how we can actually use it to survive. So as you're going to learn in science class, if you haven't already, there are three states of matter. And water actually, obviously adheres to that, and we would recognize those states of matter no problem. We got that liquid water that we all know and love and need to drink down to make sure we're surviving. You've got your ice, and you got your steam. And why the three states are important is because they all go into the water cycle. So basically, what's going to happen to that water, it never goes completely away. It gets, moved all around. And that's why we have to take care of it, because that water that you are drinking out of the tap or even out of that piece or plastic bottle actually originally comes from some sort of water source. So locally here, if you're turning on the tap, the water is actually coming out of the Great Lake, out of Lake Ontario. It's going through the Monroe County Water Authority, where Kendall is the most westward county served. And it actually comes straight out of the lake via a pipe underground. So that pipe runs out of the lake and into water treatment plants. The one that we are using is in Webster, and kind of cool. It comes through, gets immediately treated with some chemicals that basically, the main first thing that ends up happening is that chemical causes all of the dirt and matter and stuff to start clumping together. So it goes into these vats, they all start clumping together and floating to the top where they're easily filtered out. And then it goes into another vat where it gets filtered a lot more into the stuff that didn't really clump up on the top of the water. And then guess what? It gets filtered again and also treated with a little bit more in terms of chemicals, stuff that's safe for us to drink, but at the same time we'll get rid of bacteria and things that would make us sick. And then eventually it comes out nice and clean and fresh tasting out of your tap. And that is a really nice thing because, having access to really good, clean drinking water is extremely important for any society. And to be honest with you, it's a really big pain if you have to buy that water from the store all the time. It's especially pretty expensive. Where we're paying from the Monroe County Water Authority about $3.25 per 1,000 gallons of water. You got to think a bottled water might cost you about $1 or maybe a little less if you're getting from the grocery store. What does that turn into savings? Well, it's about 500 times less if you go with about the cheapest water you can get, and that is a really good deal. So we got to love our water and take care of it. And remember that anytime you pour something out or use a chemical you shouldn't or don't dispose of something properly, that can end up in the lake, and we have to treat that to be able to actually drink it. So you got to take care of that water. It's a finite resource, guys. Anyways, now that we know and love our water for National or World Water Day, let's put our hands over our hearts, find the flag in the room, and please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. All right, kids, we talked about water. Now we got to talk about that food you're going to have with it. We got turkey sandwiches today, along with cheeseburger with bun, vegetarian beans, sweet potato fries, applesauce, and milk. So what's going on with that weather outside there today? Well, I bet you guys have already realized it is sunny and gorgeous, and it's going to be very, very warm, very, very pleasant for the next week, basically. The only thing I can say is that the chance of rain is going to kick up as we progress near the end of the week. Right now, the prediction is Thursday will be relatively dry by comparison to Wednesday and Friday. Friday being the most kind of guaranteed precipitation, but that could easily change. We all know, guess what? We're talking about that water cycle. We get our water from the lake mainly in terms of both from the treated water and from evaporation and that lake effect of the water hitting over the land and dropping on top of us. So what I'm getting at is that we have highly variable precipitation here in Kendall as we are so close to the lake. So watch out for a little change in that in the next couple weather models that we get over the next few days. Today, bright, sunny, warm, beautiful, about the best day you could possibly hope for. Slightly cooler than yesterday, but you can't really complain. It's going to be gorgeous out there, so prepare for some outdoor recess. And honestly, still bring that lightweight coat outside. Still bring something in case it gets a little chilly if the wind picks up. But it's going to be a beautiful one out there. Let's end our announcements on that Kendall mission statement. The mission of the Kendall Central School District is to broaden the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes needed by students to live responsibly and to compete successfully in today's and tomorrow's world. Well, I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. And if I don't get a chance to see you, remember to stay colorful, Kendall.